the West Coast was getting its feet wet in it. So it was fairly new, and females didn't want to be associated with hip hop because the press and the journalists were speaking so negative about it that nobody even wanted to be associated with hip hop.
I remember. Now, how old were you when you first got started?
When I first started in hip hop, I was young. We just had moved from the South Bay of Los Angeles. My mom and dad separated, stepdad separated. We moved to South Central Los Angeles. And it was the first time I really started hearing, I was in the 6th grade, first time I started hearing of NWA, King T, Tiny T, all of these different people. I really didn't know about, Dr. Dre and the group that they had, Uncle Jam's Army. These places where a lot of the older people in my generation were going to and listening to this type.
So that was a venue? That was
Uncle Jam's Army was like a production.
Okay, all right.
Was like a production where Dr. Dre and his crew would come. You know, they were mimicking almost like George Clinton and Parliament.
Oh, it was that big.
They would mimic that. So that hip hop came with that kind of dress, that kind of lifestyle. And here we had NWA saying "fuck the police."
Yeah.
A bitch is a bitch, and and it was really urban. It was really like, who you calling a bitch? You know what I mean? And me wanting to. Well, just me being in entertainment, I've always been performing, and me hearing these kind of lyrics made me want to come back as a female artist and rap about it. I was into poetry. I was in the proficiency in English program in junior high and in high school. So poetry was big. And before I even wrote a rap, I used to recite like, Langston Hughes poems. You know, I would take a little bit of his poems. I was cheating it, taking a little bit then and adding a little bit of mine, but
beefing it up a little bit.
Understanding. But then I would take my nutritions and my lunch and write raps. And I would battle the dudes, and so West Coast became a battling state. Because we would battle. And there wasn't a lot of females that were battling because, like I said, a lot of girls were into guys who were just, and me, here I was an artist. I was writing raps, haha, young busted, writing raps on my boyfriends, got caught cheating, yeah.